Welcome to the Renfrewshire Model Railways. Hi, Brian here. Welcome to the Renfrewshire Model Railways. In this update, we're showing you some scenes of me doing a run out on Nam'68. This is my 009 narrow gauge Vietnam 1968 layout. It's been in storage for the past 6 months, and what I decided to do was dig it out, give it a dust off and check that everything was working, the lights, that the track was running smooth, because we have an exhibition coming up in December this year. I was off on my annual leave from my work there, so I decided to get the layout out, dust it off, dig out all the locomotives and the chassis and give them all a run and see if there was any issues with any of the parts of the layout. I also wanted to capture some shots specifically for the 009 Society News magazine that gets released to the members every month. They requested some extra pictures because they're going to be featuring this layout in one of the issues later on this year. So I sent off some more pictures just for depth of field clarity. A lot of the pictures I take are usually close up, which means the background is either blurred out or the reverse. So some of these pictures hopefully will be shown Nam'68 as it should, and look forward to seeing that in the upcoming article. I do love this little layout. The amount of work and the attention to detail that I've put into it has spent many hours, but I'm very happy with it. I never actually included the back scene in most of the running sessions because the back scene has a risk of falling over onto the scenery. It is supported by the end supports and the roof for exhibition mode, so the back scene isn't really one to kind of leave in place unattended. So some of these running shots you will see the reverse of the buildings from the Nha Trang Port Harbour area. But here we see the Baldwin mini trains loco pushing at stock. That's a great test for 009 narrow gauge track. Also here we can see I've made the addition of electrical and telegraph cables, as it were. You see these in lots of pictures in cities and towns throughout Vietnam in that era. So I've added some in, just using some basic thread and super glue attached to the specific points. But it adds that little extra bit of detail. Again, still some more details I'd like to add, but that will be done prior to the exhibition in December this year. So if anybody's in Scotland and fancy nipping along to Paisley, Sunday the 4th of December, where the Paisley Model Railway Club will be doing an exhibition, I need to confirm the venue. This stunning looking Grief loco by Mini Trains is for another idea I have for the HO scale layout, where I'm going to be doing HOE American outline. So this locomotive will be predominantly used on that, but when you've got a layout, you've just got to run everything you've got, and I think it looks stunning running around there, even though it's far from prototypical on this fictional railway. The HO layout will obviously be hinging on the KR Model's Shay locomotive due within the next month or so, so look out for any reviews I'll be putting online about that loco. I'll certainly be giving it a little run on the Angel Share. But yeah, Nam'68, a superb little layout, received some great reviews this year at Model Rail Scotland. I was very surprised at the very positive feedback that I received, and it proved very popular with kids. The fact I had it on the table and kids could sit down and actually look at eye level across the tracks seemed to kind of draw their imagination, and it was great to see, hopefully spawning some new railway modelers in the future. The rail bus is one of my favourite due to the fact I spent a lot of time customising this particular 3D print and adding the extra details, spent many hours creating what is a very unique vehicle. It looks great on this layout. I have also had an idea of creating this layout in ON30 and moving up a scale and having a larger version of it. Whether it'll be exactly the same or not, I'm not too sure, but the track plan would be very similar, and it would help utilise ON30, which is another narrow gauge in O scale that I'm really interested in, just due to the fact that it's larger and you can get more details in it, and as you know, I like my details. So hopefully you've enjoyed watching these running shots of Nam'68, using all the different locos and running some of the different stock. Wasn't all of it, but hopefully you've enjoyed what you've seen so far. I love the lighting effects. The overhead LEDs really do help add a tone or an atmosphere to this layout and just changes the look and feel of it. It's these advances in technology that really do help bring model railways to life. I'm certainly trying my best to embrace it where I can. A fellow community member on one of the Facebook groups has kindly printed off the British Rail's Class 08 shunter, done for 009. It comes with a detail bag, handrails and the side skirt with bumpers. It's an impressive looking piece of kit, as does this 060 pannier tank that he's also printed for me. These will be welcome additions to Nam'68, and I'll show you them once they're finished, painted and ready for presentation at the exhibition this year.